Alright guys, we are live. Welcome, FlyOrDie Live 2026 Q2 knockout. Here we go again. So tonight we've got a prelim match for you, and let's just flick over to the brackets to see where we're at. So this is the current state of affairs. We have played a few games, and tonight we're going to be playing a match versus, Servente versus Dunmore, top right hand corner, as you can see on that brackets, and the winner of that will then move on to the first round to play Anubis. So the guys are ready and waiting. This is going to be a race to 3 best of 5 format, and what we're going to do is we're just going to put the starting soon screen on. I'm going to get the guys to go ahead and create the match, and then we'll get straight into this match. Alright, so that is the message sent. As soon as they start the match, this is going to be live, and we are live. Let me just flick over. And here we are, guys. Good luck, both players. Let me just kill the music. Alright, so here we are. We're live. Good luck, both parties. And again, as said, Servente versus Dunmore. And Servente new to the tournament. Dunmore played last time. Let's see what we can. Let's see what happens tonight. I don't know. It's going to be a hard one to call, as are most matches in FlyOrDie, but this one definitely is going to be a bit of a hard one for me, at least. Both guys have been rated in around the 700 mark in the past. Servente at the moment is ranked 810. Dunmore slightly less than that, but both players have been rated well above the 700-800s, so this will be interesting. We can see Servente currently at the table. He is stripes, and the break wasn't fantastic, and the balls are all clumped at the bottom of the table. So it'll be interesting to see if he can try and break some of these balls out into a more playable position. And you can see there he's tried to do that. And really the only ball that's going to be causing issues is this 13 ball in the middle that is surrounded by the solids. So he's going to have to try and move that. Tried to play the combo. 15-9 combination hasn't worked out for him. Dunmore then has the solids, and he's going to have to develop, but you'd imagine this 6 ball's in a good place to just develop the other 3 here. Let's see if he can release some of these other balls. And, well, he has released them, but he's still okay now. He does have other shots, but they haven't really landed very nicely for him there. He really wanted to try and get all of them back into play. He's going to go for a containing safety, and I think that's a very reasonable play, and he's put the white into a position here that makes things a little bit awkward for Servente. And he's going to try a cushion first, kick off the 9, and that was very close, but it wasn't there. Dunmore back at the table then with the solids. He's got a little bit of extra room now just to maneuver around, but he still has a little bit of work to do. This 1 ball, for example, and the 4 ball aren't in great positions. If you're watching the stream, or if you're watching live in the FlyOrDie game, feel free to send me a message with your predictions for this match. Alright, so Dunmore potting the 2 ball there. Still got this 4 ball to the corner. Still a bit of work to do. You can see that 1 ball, it doesn't actually, well, maybe it does just about go into that corner pocket, but I would think moving it would be the a better option. You could also play it into this corner pocket if he lands on it right. That's what he's done, and he's just played that a fraction too hard. Really wanted to be somewhere more in the region of this kind of position for that one. So unfortunately for him, he's landed a little bit awkward, and well, it's going to be interesting to see which way he goes now. Yeah, that was always going to be awkward, and Servente has control now with the stripes, and the black does go into that middle pocket by the looks of it, so this could be a really good chance here for Servente. Can just top this in, put the white anywhere in behind the 9, which he's done, and I think this does go into the middle, I think just about, so he should be okay just to roll this a few inches forward, which is what he's done. Just needs to be extra careful here not to clip the 3 on the way past, and he's done that, and the first frame goes to Servente Scalado in this first to 3 prelim match, and he's got the break, and unfortunately has gone in off, which is going to give Dunmore ball in hand and a chance to get another one here to get his point on the board. Opting to go for the solids, and as always, congestion at the bottom of the table is going to need a little bit of moving around here if he's going to run out from here. Those 2 stripes are blocking that corner pocket a little bit. He's going to try and play the 4 off the 5 as a carom shot, and he's sort of done the next best thing. He's kind of blocked that pocket. I think he's just about blocked the pockets, so didn't make the pot, but at least he's taken control of that corner pocket. Servente there played the 15 up into the top corner, was hoping to pot that 4 ball, but hasn't got enough power into it, and he's left the 4 ball over the pocket, so he's really in the same situation he was in beforehand. So he's going to have to revisit that corner pocket at some stage with either these 3 or 4 balls and try and kick in and create something there, maybe get rid of that 4 ball. And he hasn't really landed very well there, actually. He's in a bit of a no man's land there. Is he going to try and do something here with that corner pocket? And he has done, but again, 4 balls still hampering. I wonder, is Dunmore going to take that ball out now? He doesn't really have another option here. Well, he's tried to, and again, that 4 ball persists, and it's going to stay there. Good news for Dunmore is that he's cleared the stripes that were impeding a little bit in that pocket. So although he does not have those stripes there anymore, he has freed them up a little bit for Servente. So can Servente just run these 6 balls to make it 2-0? That's what we're going to find out very soon. And that was a good shot. However, the white's just gone in along with the 4. That's a bit unlucky there. I mean, he was kind of playing that 9 ball into the corner pocket, knowing that the chance of scratching was very slim because of that 4 ball. And he's ended up potting both the 4 and the white there. So a little bit of misfortune there for Servente. And Dunmore has another chance. And with the way the balls are sitting, it's a pretty decent chance. I wonder, is maybe because he's got ball in hand, he can try and free up this black ball off this one, or is he changing his mind? Looks like he might just play this one, and you can see there the angle. Is he just going to flick the black out? He's not. He's chosen just to keep the black where it is and get rid of the 3 and the 5 here at the left hand side of the table as we look at it. Just needs to make sure of if he's playing this 3 ball next that he gets good angle on the 7 to leave him either a easy enough positional shot on the black or a way to move it. Now, he hasn't played into a location where he can easily move the black now. Unfortunately, he really would have been wanting to be further up the table, and he's ended up having to play a little bit of a crazy shot there on the 7. And you can see the white has ended up partially snookered on the black. And I'm just wondering, does he have an angle here to pot it into the middle pocket? It looks like he might do. This would be some shot to make the match 1 each if this black goes in. And that is a fantastic shot by Dunmore there. Really good to pot that black into the middle pocket. And as you can see, it was he could only see a very, very small amount of that. Let's just have another look at that black into the middle pocket. And as you can see, only was able to see a very, very small amount of the black, but it was there, and he's turned the match into a 1-1. So we've got Servente on the table now with stripes. And certainly the table hasn't been breaking very well this evening. And the balls are typically very clumped up into the bottom of the table, I suppose. So this is going to be a hard run out from here. He's going to have to move a lot of the balls as usual. Paul just asking why isn't the tournament in the unrated room? Well, it's up to the guys. If the rating is a bit of a mismatch, then we can play the games in the unrated room. Otherwise, if the two players are happy enough, we play the matches in the room 1. So that's kind of the reason why this game is being played in room 1 tonight. So there we go. All right, so Dunmore here with the solids. He's got a bit of work to do. There's nothing easy here. Certainly the stripes are in a lot better of a position than the solids here. It's really hard to play a safety shot here because of the position of the stripes, the 11 ball. And the fact there's a 15 in the middle of the table nice and open. So it's going to be hard to even play a safety here. Is he just going to have to try and do some crazy combination shot? I thought he was going to fluke the 2 to the middle, but it didn't go in. And it's back over to Servente with the stripes. Yeah, he's got a pretty good chance here of running out. It's just these 3 balls in the left corner here that need a little bit of work. But if he can try and pot a ball here, maybe a 3-ball combo, he would certainly have a good chance of running out. He's opting to take this 9 first. If it was me, I would have gone the other way, because now he's further away from the combo. I think he can just about play the 13 at the right angle enough so that the 10 comes cushion first and then pots the 11. That's what I would do, I think. Sort of play the 13 like in that kind of direction, if that makes sense, so that the 10 comes off the cushion here like that. He's tried to do that, but he's cut it too fine. And the 10 ball has ended up not being touched at all. So Dunmore is back at the table with these solids. And he's in a bit of a, well, he's actually got this 7 ball into the corner. But there's definitely a lot of work to be done if he's going to run out from here. You can see the 11 and 10 ball covering the corner pocket where the 3 is. The 2's not in a great position. So yeah, if he's to run out from here, he'll be doing well. Might just decide to pot a few of the balls and then lay up somewhere and play some sort of safety. Just a few more viewers coming into the stream. I just thought I'd show them this pot of Dunmore's earlier to make it 1-1. Check this out for a pot into the middle pocket. And that was to make it 1-1. Very good shot by Dunmore. This frame is certainly a little bit more tactical. The way the balls have landed after the break, sometimes that happens a lot in FlyOrDie, just because of the weight of the break is not as impactful as you would find in real life. You do get a lot of balls sitting near the bottom of the table. And Servente there having to play a kick shot into the stripes where he did manage to make contact, so he hasn't given ball in hand. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of pull to be played in this frame for sure. It's actually quite a good shot by Dunmore there, just to take out the blocking ball that Servente had over the corner by playing a little carom off that 3-ball. Now, does Servente have the angle here to maybe bank this into the middle pocket? I think he does. Problem is, it's okay making the bank, but what's going to happen with the 13-ball? You can see he's made the bank, but what now happens with the 13-ball? To be fair, he didn't have a path really. It was a very, very straight shot on the 10-ball to make that into the middle, so he really couldn't do much with the white to try and hit off that 13. So I think a safety shot is going to have to be played here. I don't see any other way unless he's trying to pull off something crazy, like a kick into the corner pocket or something, but that would be a little bit too risky, I would imagine. I think maybe just trying to kick off the 13 into the cushion. If it was me, I'd be playing something like that. Just kick into here and leave the white sort of anywhere here. But he's chosen to sort of just hit it and hope, I guess. And the problem with that is that he's opened everything up for Dunmore, and this is a good chance to run out from here. There is no issues with any balls that need to be broken up. And that is not a fantastic shot. He had a lot of space there to work around, and he's ended up leaving the white in a position where, well, I mean, there's nothing really that easy on here. He's got a little bit of a big pocket here into the middle with that 2 impeding slightly, so he can use that to his advantage. And that is what he's done. That is exactly what he's done, and that's a great shot to keep this run going. Really shouldn't have been in that situation though. He had all the space in the world, and he ended up putting the white into a position where he was forced to produce a shot like that. But he's right back in it in this run, and it looks like it's all going to go his way if he can just manage to pot these 4 last balls. This 3 into the corner, 5 into the opposite corner, and he can play the 2 down the rail for the black into the same pocket. Well, I don't know about that shot. I don't know about what he was playing there. I mean, for me, all he really needed to do was to leave the white in this position, and he would have had the 5, and then he could have just rolled through into here for the 2. But he's tried to, I don't know what he's tried to do. Maybe he's tried to land on the 2 and get rid of it before the 5, but he's left himself with a very difficult shot here on the 2, and it's gone in. And that's a really nice shot on the 2, to be fair, with that kind of tight angle along the rail. Those are definitely not easy. Any sort of, you know, if you hit them slightly too thick or thin, they won't go in. Only problem is, as you can see, this 5-ball isn't easy either. Which direction is he going to go? I mean, is he going to try and cut it in the reverse pocket? That would be some going if he could do that. I mean, I'm not even sure. Does that even go? That's a very tight one. Or is he going to try and... I mean, it looks like he's aiming to pot this into the right corner pocket with a bit of spin. And as you can see, he's used that left-hand spin, and that has worked out absolutely perfectly for him. It really has. Look at the position on the black, and I tell you what, that black wiped its feet. It almost didn't go in, but it's in, and Dunmore brings this game from 1-0 down, and now he's 2-1 up. Let's just have another look at that pot on the 2 up the rail. That was a very good shot. Dunmore's pulled a few cracking shots out of the bag here in this game. And he has brought the match back to 2-1 in his favour, and he only needs one more frame to win this prelim match. And if he does that, he'll go on to face Anubis in the round 1 opening round. So it's him at the table again, and it looks like he's going to go for the solids. Yeah, and the solids aren't looking too bad. Really, the only problem ball is the 2-ball. Rest are potable. Maybe arguably the 1-ball as well is in not a great position. I tell you, that worked out well, didn't it? He's ended up potting 2 for 1 there. Only problem is he didn't. I think there really he was looking to contact the 2-ball. He's ended up potting the other one. So doing the next best thing. If he can't pot, he's taking control of a pocket. So Servente has a chance now. Servente, by the looks of it, was trying to get rid of that 2-ball, and he's done a good job because that is exactly what he's done. The 2-ball is still hovering over the pocket, but not enough to stop him potting the 12. As you can see, the 12 does go past. So Servente now has a really good opportunity here to take this to a 2-2 scoreline in this first to 3 matchup. And he's just missed a rudimentary 14 into the middle. I've always talked about these pockets, these middle pockets being difficult, and it just goes to show you, even if you're right behind them, there's always a chance that you're going to miss. And that is unfortunately what Servente has done. And now Dunmore has been allowed to get back into the table here with the solids. And really, the 1-ball is really the only ball that's lying in a difficult position. The 6 and the 4-ball are out in the open, as is the black. Let's see which way he chooses to go about doing this. But he definitely does have a good chance here if he can just get this one. And he's actually tried to go for it first. And I think if it had just hit that a little bit harder, it might have had a chance. Will this game get down to a final frame decider? That is the question we are going to find out very soon the answer to. Servente, 5 balls left, and they're all sitting out in the open apart from the 12, which does have a pocket that he would need to land on. He could also choose to move the 6 now with this 15 ball. That's what he's done, and that's very unlucky. How that 6 hasn't dropped is a mystery to me. It's literally hanging by a thread. He's still okay, he's got a shot, but that 6 ball is hampering again, as it was before. So there's going to be a little bit of manoeuvring if he's going to run out from here. And he's just missed the 14 up onto the top corner pocket, which is going to give Dunmore a really good chance with these last 4 balls because they're all sitting over the pocket. So you would imagine this is a great chance for Dunmore to take this match 3-1. All he needs to do is to pot these last remaining 3 balls. And again, the black, as mentioned, has clear view into all corner pockets. Just needs to hold his nerve and not do anything too crazy with position. He can just screw this back a few, maybe a foot or so. He just needs to watch that he doesn't screw back too much. Commentator's curse, that's exactly what's happened. Really, he wanted to leave the white somewhere here to give him a chance of potting this 1 ball. As you can see, I think he's okay. I do think he's okay because the ball isn't tied right up to the cushion. So there's a good chance this goes in, and it is in. Where is he going to end up with a white? I'll tell you what, that's not bad. He's got this black ball into the middle to win this match 3-1, and it would be a great match to win after some of the shots he's pulled off. It's there, guys. Very good game, and very well done to both players for playing. Dunmore has won this match 3-1. Let's just have another look at that. Well, actually, that's the last replay that I saved. That was the Servente one. But again, very well played to both players, and Dunmore pulling a nice couple of shots out of the bag there this evening to win that match 3-1. If we just look at the brackets again here, So you can see the top right hand side is the match that we've just played, and the winner of that match, Dunmore, will now go through and face Anubis in the first round. That will be a race to 5. So because it's the summer, it's getting into the summer months, it's just a little bit more difficult to arrange matches, but we are getting there. We will hopefully be streaming some more pool over the next couple of days, and then we're going to get into the more meaty part of this tournament when we start getting into the first round and the quarterfinals. So please keep your eyes peeled on the website, FlyOrDie8Ball, for all of the latest news. If you want to find out who's playing who and what the brackets look like, this is all on the website. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe to the videos. Obviously, that makes a lot of difference, so I appreciate everyone for doing so. But until next time, guys, I'll see you then.